Okay everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I hope you are doing well. So in this session we are going to learn about React JS UseEffect hooks. So what is UseEffect hook? So basically a UseEffect hook is a powerful feature in React that allows you to perform side effects in function components. So it basically allows you to perform side effects. So what are side effects? Side effects are such logic that handles some effects in your web page. Suppose if you go into this web page medium.com, suppose I hit medium.com, then it renders this UI web page. So how this happens? This all happens using side effects. After clicking library, the UI shows and appears like this. So all are this use effect. If I click new list, it will appear new list dialog box. So all are side effects. So what user sees after performing some action in that web page is called side effects. So in today's session we are going to learn side effects and how we can implement them. So it is implemented using UseEffect hook. So UseEffect hook are something like this. It accepts two things. One is a function which is a callback function that contains side effect logic, and one other is optional dependency array. So in between use effect, in that use effect it contains arrow function or a callback function, and other one is dependency array, and in that arrow function you are going to write side effect logic. So these are some important things about UseEffect hook. Now we are going to learn how to implement that. So UseEffect are of three types. First UseEffect is empty array dependency. So what happen in this is that if there is an empty array, it means that this logic will print first time if a user visits that website for the first time. So I have written console.log. So let's see what happens in my web page. So it is available in /UseEffect. So let's see in inspect. So now I refresh. So I refresh this web page and I visit for the first time. See what happens whenever a user first visit this web page. That function will call this line of code will be executed for the first time if a user visits this web page. So whenever a user visits that web page for the first time, then what you are going to show, it appears in this UseEffect in empty array dependency. This is a first type of UseEffect. First type of UseEffect. So now we are going to learn about second type of UseEffect. First I will comment out this Now in first type I'm going to implement from UseState hook, and I have to import here also use state from React. So now I'm going to create use effect here. So use effect console count has changed and count. This effect runs whenever count changes. Means this in this dependency array we are going to pass some variable, that is use state variable. So whenever a web page sees the count has been changed, whenever a web page sees that count has been changed, then this logic will appears. This function will call and execute. So let's see this example too. Here we are going to pass count use state variable. So whenever this use state variable will change, then this effect will be executed. So let's see. Count has changed 1. Now this will also this will plus, this will runs whenever count changes, plus first time the user opens the page. So this effect is used for whenever count changes plus first time the user opens the page. This was only for the first time user visits the web page. This was only for that thing, for the first time visit of web page. But this use effect is for whenever the use state variable changes plus first time the user opens the page. So if any count changes or first time user visits the web page, it will execute this thing. So let's see. So I refresh this page. So I visited this web page for the first time now, and this logic has executed. So this thing has been printed twice. So this is from main.jsx because it is in strict mode. So in strict mode it will print twice because this test. Now it will run only once. See here, it is running only once now. Now whenever I change this count by clicking increment, see count has changed 1. It is printing here. Again I click, again this count has incremented, change 2, change 3. This all logic has been implemented using whenever a count changes. So whenever a count changes, this logic will execute. And now we are going to learn third type of use effect. Third type of use effect. This use effect does not use many programmer because this use effect runs in every render. So whenever a user visits for the first time or performs any action in that web page, suppose clicking the button and doing anything, then that code will execute. However, so I am clicking this. See, count has, see, I forgot to comment this. Now see, whenever a user visits this first time this web page, this will, however, this will run, and whenever a user clicks any things in this web page or performs any action in this page, then this will run. Suppose I click this increment, so this is running. Suppose I am refreshing the web page, then also it is running. So this function, this use effect will be called whenever any components re-render. On every render, this use effect will be called. So this will hang the web page, because this will call anything user does in that web page. So this should be avoided. This use effect should be avoided, because it will hang the web page. So these are use effect. I hope you will learn more clearly. If you like this video, please do subscribe, like, and comment if you have any doubt. So thank you for watching this video. I am going to see you in next session. So thank you.